Hello, geeks! You're probably wondering why I'm coming to you out of Shaun's dungeon. Well, I've been so successful that they decided to give me the professional equipment. Much better than using your smartphone. Today's show is all about communication. Now, before you panic, I know it's a dreadful topic. First, you have to talk to people. And as if that wasn't enough, you have to communicate with them in a way that they can understand and remember. Don't overload your counterpart with too much information. Get to the point quickly. Keep it short. You know, KISS, keep it short, stupid. Because expecting people to read an email from the beginning to the end attentively is expecting way too much. But don't despair, my charming co-host Shaun has more information for you.
In any job, good communication skills can help you be even better at what you do. Because unless you're working as a game ranger in the middle of the Okavango Delta, you need to interact with other humans. And the better you do that, the more you can achieve. The same applies for system administration. 1. Figure out what they need and want to know. Filter information for your users. Not everyone in the organization needs to know all the technical details of the IT infrastructure. Most people don't care how electricity works, and this is also the case with most users. They don't care about the behind-the-scenes magic. But on the other hand, key decision makers or project managers need more information to inform their strategies. The rule of thumb is that it's best to provide just the right amount of information for your audience. Not too much and not too little. This means you must understand your audience, figure out exactly what they need to know for them to do their jobs or make decisions. 2. Cut out the jargon. Following on from the last point, you can further filter your communication by removing IT jargon. Yes, you just configured an SNMP trap to monitor network traffic. Good work! But aside from the most tech-savvy people, users will probably not know or care what SNMP or a trap is. If you try and explain it to them using these words, you'll probably see their eyes glaze over within seconds. So when communicating, try to translate the jargon into functionality that everyone will understand. For example, I just configured an SNMP trap becomes, I am measuring network traffic to monitor the speed of the network. Keep in mind too that jargon doesn't just mean acronyms. It also covers IT-specific terms that might confuse the layperson. 3. Make your users feel comfortable. Now by this, I don't mean invest in a comfortable sofa with extra plush cushions for your users to lounge on when they visit your IT office. Although, if you're thinking along these lines, why the hell not, right? What I mean is put them at ease. Technology is second nature for system administrators, but it might be truly daunting subjects for users. And it's easy to forget how intimidating it can be navigating a field where you have very little knowledge. Maintain an open way of dealing with questions. Be prepared to explain the same concept multiple times to the same person, preferably in different ways. Make sure that they have understood and try to make them feel like all questions are acceptable. After all, you're the one being paid to know this stuff, not them. Of course, if all this seems like a bit much, just buy the damn sofa. 4. Upper management is different. The types higher up on the corporate food chain tick a little bit differently to the common folk. The main variable is time. They generally don't have it. You need to adapt your communication accordingly. This means preparing your message thoroughly and anticipating potential questions. Focus on the things that matter to them. In other words, how does your idea, issue, or solution impact them and their job? Identify the key points you need to make and make them as quickly as possible. When dealing with upper management, it's also a good idea to have an elevator pitch prepared. That way, if a meeting overruns or you only get a few minutes to discuss the issue with the manager, you have a condensed version ready to go that covers only the most fundamental facts, issues, and arguments. 5. Filter incoming communication too. IT is similar to air travel. No one really cares until something crashes. Sadly, this means you will rarely ever hear compliments or positive affirmations when everything is humming along smoothly. You'll mostly only hear about when things are down or slow. That is just the nature of the job. Once you understand this, then you won't take the constant negativity too badly. What you need to do is filter incoming feedback. Take the most important information you get to understand where problems are and ignore the rest. 6. Actively seek out feedback. Keeping in mind the previous point, there is still a lot that can be learned from user feedback. Communication is, after all, a two-way street. Keeping the lines open to users at all levels of the organization will give you more insight into your role than you might think. Survey users about how systems can be improved. Ask management how you did on the last project, and so on. Look for information that can help you do a better job. There is no network that cannot be optimized further, and there is no system administrator that cannot improve themselves more. 7. Timely and transparent communication. Communicate openly, honestly, and in a timely way. If you have noticed a system has crashed, immediately communicate it and let your users know what you know and don't yet know. For scheduled downtime, like server upgrades or software updates, let users know well enough in advance and give them the reasons for it. After a crisis, be clear about what the problem was and how it can be prevented in the future. The clearer and more upfront you are, the more you will gain the trust and respect of your users.
I don't know about you, but that was way too much about communication. I'm out of here.